DK Metcalf until the playoffs, and that's if Pittsburgh even qualifies. Metcalf will serve the second of a 2-game suspension for violating league policy in this altercation with a fan Week 16 in Detroit. Pittsburgh lost the first game of that suspension last week in Cleveland. Steelers in that missed an opportunity to clinch the division, and they felt DK's absence when he's not on the field for any reason. Rest, suspension, any of it. Small sample size, 175 snaps, but Aaron Rodgers has not thrown a single touchdown pass with Metcalf off the field. Compare that to 25 with Metcalf on it, and Pittsburgh also averaging nearly 2 fewer yards per play in those. Mina Kimes, Ryan Clark, Marcus Spears back with us, and Swagoo, that touchdown contrast is staggering. What can Pittsburgh do to try to generate offense, knowing that for 4 quarters Sunday they're without Metcalf?
Okay, this is about to sound really stupid, but it's so stupid it's smart, okay? Because normally you would say just run the football and see if they could churn out yards on the ground. I would, guys, Mina and RC, follow me on this. I would sprinkle some Aaron Rodgers movement in the passing game to try to give a little sleight of hand, to give receivers a little bit of time to uncover. I think standing straight in the pocket with this quick passing game is not going to get them anywhere. We saw that against Cleveland. That's when this team struggles, trying to manufacture yards, hit deep balls. And I'm not talking about bootlegs and rolling out all over the place, but sometimes getting him off the spot to kind of change the picture for the defense. And it seemingly they've had some success. We all know Aaron Rodgers' ball placement has been his superpower. His arm strength has been his superpower. And I think they have to give Baltimore some of this in this game to try to hit some deep balls or at least get guys enough space for a run after catch. I don't think this can be a straight drop back, quick pass game and expect to hit some balls downfield. It actually wasn't that stupid as I think about it.
Yeah, it's not that stupid. This is sort of difficult to do probably late in the season, but Arthur Smith is going to have some creativity for his interior pass catchers. Jonnu Smith was brought over to be the number 2 to DK Metcalf. Every time they utilize Pat Freiermuth with inside the numbers, he makes plays. And Jaylen Warren and also now their team MVP, Kenneth Gainwell, have been huge pieces of this past game. Jaylen Warren had the big screen catch in the win over the Baltimore Ravens. DK Metcalf's absence is huge in this game because this was the game where they began to utilize him down the field with 148 yards receiving, 2 of those big plays on the outside, one versus Marlon Humphrey, another versus Nate Wiggins. They don't have that player on the outside. So utilizing these guys in the interior might keep this passing chart from looking like the passing chart of a little league football team, which it seems most of the time when DK Metcalf is not involved.
Football is 99%
your kids are a lot older than mine. But I know you remember this. When you had a small children like mine and they beg you to get a toy, and then you give in and you get the toy and you get home and they don't even use it. And you're like, you wanted this toy. That's how I feel about Jonnu Smith. Arthur Smith.
MK.
He was supposed to be your favorite toy and you never used him. What were you begging for? If the Steelers' passing attack, if they play the way they have all year long in terms of, from a schematic standpoint, where it's just trying to hit ISO balls outside the numbers, they're going to lose. So they're going to have to find a creative way to get the other pass catchers involved. And the other thing I'll add is this. Marcus, to your point about running the ball, we're all talking about DK Metcalf in his absence, and it is massive. Darnell Washington is a sneaky big loss for this team. I want you to look at these splits when he's on the field versus when he's off. Running the football, first of all, the yards before contact is pretty dramatic. His 2.1 without him would be near the bottom of the NFL. Look at that third down conversion rate. With him, they convert running the football on third down at the best rate in football. Without him, that drops by nearly 20 percentage points. So, and when they do 6 offensive linemen, he's almost always on the field as well. I wouldn't be surprised if the run game is a little bit more challenged than its look because Washington's absence, he's basically like a 6 offensive linemen out there, looms large.
No
Mina, that unwanted toy analogy is so on the nose with the text I'm getting from home during the show. Let's see who we have in this game. Pittsburgh against Baltimore. We got even split. Marcus and Mina on the Ravens.
RC.
RC and we got him pulling the ripcord on Renegade at the right time. RC. Yeah.
You really think that, Ryan?
I'll let you. I got your back. Why does Pittsburgh get it done?
Hey, Phil, I don't want you to have my back. I don't believe this, but in case they could win and they show the graphic, I don't want to be on the other side of the graphic.
I knew it.
I don't believe this right here. This ain't the truth.
It's too much at stake.
Yeah. I made this decision with my heart,
for you
not my
to
head. Hell, when I do it analytically, I get it wrong. So I might as well just be wrong for the right reasons right now.
Oh yeah,
pop this up
you
on
will
Monday
take credit if they win, though, RC.
I 100% will.
I got 19.
I supported you. I put my integrity on the line with this. Hell yeah, I'm going to be gloated if I win. And if they lose, I'm going to say I just was supporting my team.
I got a Chris Boswell revenge game. Remember, he missed that kick early in the fourth quarter against Cleveland. That was the difference between 10-9 and 10-6. Yeah. They had to go to the end zone late. I got 4 field goals for Boswell.
Okay,
by hook or by crook, they get it done. Coming up, the NFL's top seed in the NFC. The NFC's top seed is at stake tomorrow. Seattle visiting San Fran. Believe it or not, RC, Marcus, Mina all agree on the winner here. Find out who that is next. Limelight is brought to you starting in Green Bay, where the Pack claimed corner Trayvon Diggs after he was released this week by the Cowboys. Diggs was asked what he can add to Titletown.
What level of player do you think you are right now at this point in your career?
I still feel like I'm the best. I think I just be myself, be who I know I am, go out there and perform, and everything will take care of itself. I'm not chasing accolades, I'm not chasing anything. I'm chasing, being a better me, being better every day, helping this team win.
RC, how much will Diggs add to the Packers in the postseason?
It depends on who Trayvon Diggs can be now. At one point in the league, he was the best ball-hawking corner in all of football. That has changed. There's been some injuries. And when you look at his play under Matt Eberflus in Dallas, it left a lot to be desired. If they can get in some zone formations or some zone coverages, allow him to see the quarterback and break on the football, he could still make plays. But you don't want him on the back end with a ton of time one-on-one right now in the state he's in.
Hey, speaking of Matt Eberflus, the defensive coordinator for Diggs' former team was asked how much the Micah Parsons trade changed that Dallas defense.
I don't know if it changed that much. Obviously you have an all-pro pass rusher that wins really quick. That's certainly going to help any defense. If it's Micah or if it's Miles or whoever that might be, that impact player is always going to help. To a certain degree, in pass downs and other downs, but. Again, you can't look back, right? It is what it is, and then you just focus on where you are.
Well, Parsons had a good laugh reading the comments from Eberflus and added, quote, "Y'all want me to feel bad? Jerry Jones slandered my name to Cowboys media and national media for months, so I do think I can react to comment if I want to. Hashtag respectfully." Marcus, you spent a long time in that Dallas huddle. What do you make of all that?
Yeah, not as much as what Micah Parsons says. It's what Green Bay defense looks like without him. That's the type of impact. Eberflus know he's not telling the truth. It would have made a huge difference to have Micah Parsons this season, especially in some games. This game in particular, when they played the Green Bay Packers with opportunities on third down. We know Micah Parsons' impact. This Dallas relationship is something that we're going to talk about for a while because very few times players get traded in their prime when they're on the ascent. And so we'll have these conversations, but ultimately I think both parties are where they are right now because of decisions that they made. And obviously Micah is hurt, but before he was injured, he was almost making his way to an all-pro type season. It'll be interesting to see what Dallas does going forward. I think Micah Parsons is going to be fine in Green Bay.
Well, the runaway favorite for Defensive Player of the Year this season resides in Cleveland. Myles Garrett needs 1 sack to break the single-season record. He takes aim against the Bengals, and Joe Burrow, who spoke this week about facing Garrett.
I'm not going to go out of my way to not let him get the record, and I'm not going to go out of my way to let him get the record either. I'm going to go and play football. There's going to be situations that a sack is the best of the bad outcomes of that play, and maybe I take one. And there's going to be other situations that I'm about to get sacked, and I need to throw it away in that situation. It's such a situational game that I don't think you can go in thinking one way or the other. Every play is so different.
Mina against that saloon door O-line in Cincy. Does Garrett break the record Sunday?
I think he does, because Cleveland's going to do everything in their power to give him the opportunity. I think we'll see him lined up all over the place. Wouldn't surprise if we see him on the interior, as they sometimes do. And Joe Burrow, though he does have a quick time to throw generally, he is a competitor. He is in it to make plays. If they're losing, he's going to be trying to get the ball downfield, which will give Myles Garrett time to get to him. And I'll say this, I'm going to be watching, right? Like, not a lot of great games on Sunday during the day. This is one that has some intrigue, and I'm interested in seeing what Cleveland does to try to help their star pass rusher make history.
It's all we want this time of the year, stakes. We have those Saturday with a couple of other former #1 overall picks as they square off with the division on the line. Baker versus Bryce. Marcus and Mina agree this one comes down to Bowles and Tampa's defense. What must go on there? Their answers next.